Every day is awesome. We just have to get through it. Welcome back, Raisinauts, to Human Velocity X, Frequency 2. Why you overthink when you already know the truth? My name isn't the point, the message is. Before we begin, think of a moment when your body knew the truth, but your mind didn't want to believe it. Hold that moment lightly. Let's walk through it together. You are a weather radar. Here's the truth most people never say out loud. You are a weather radar, walking around in a human body. Not metaphorically, functionally, you feel storms long before the clouds show up. You sense pressure drops before the air admits it's changing. You detect emotional lightning before the first flash appears. It's subtle, a shift in tone, a pause that lingers too long, a room that feels heavier than the words being spoken. Most people wait for thunder, they wait for proof, for volume, for something obvious enough to justify reaction. You never needed that. You've always sensed the tremor first, the almost, the beneath, the not yet visible. And because of that, your mind tries to catch up. It runs scenarios, connects patterns, tries to explain what your body already registered. That's what people call overthinking. But let's be honest, you're not creating something. You're translating something. There's a difference. The tension you feel isn't confusion. It's early detection without immediate confirmation. That's not anxiety. Anxiety reacts to imagined danger. You're responding to real shifts that haven't surfaced yet. That's resonance. Your system reading the emotional atmosphere before it becomes visible weather. And once you understand that, you stop questioning why you feel things early. You start trusting that you were built to notice what others miss, not later. Now, your first feeling was the real one. You've been here before. Someone smiles at you, their words sound fine, their face looks normal. Everything checks out on the surface. There's something underneath shifts. The air bends just a little. Your ribs tighten, your stomach curls, your breath changes without permission. Nothing dramatic. Just that tiny click inside you that whispers, pay attention. And it's easy to dismiss, because nothing happened, no clear signal, no obvious reason. So the mind steps in. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe it's nothing. But your body doesn't speak in maybes. It speaks in signals. That first feeling, the one before the thinking starts, that was the real one. Not the explanation, not the story that followed, the signal. And here's what most people don't realize. The longer you override that first signal, the quieter it becomes. Not because it was wrong, because it wasn't trusted. That initial shift you feel is your internal radar, registering something before it forms. Tone misalignment, emotional inconsistency, energy that doesn't match the words. You're not reacting to behavior. You detecting pattern. That's not fear. That's not paranoia. That's not imagination. That's early recognition without visible evidence. That's your system. Seeing a storm miles away before the sky even knows it's about to change. And when you start trusting that first signal, you don't become reactive. You become precise. Because your body was never guessing. It was informing you. Just breathe.
mind that fights the truth. But your mind doesn't like storms. It prefers blue skies, clean narratives, simple explanations that don't disrupt the moment. Even when the pressure is dropping, even when the air is shifting, the mind reaches for calm that may not actually be there. So it does what minds do. Maybe I misread that. Maybe I'm being dramatic. Maybe they're just having a bad day. It's probably nothing. And notice the pattern. Every thought moves you away from the signal, away from what you felt first. Your mind isn't trying to deceive you. It's trying to preserve stability. It's trying to protect the version of the world you wish were true. Because if the signal is right, then something needs to be acknowledged. Something needs to be adjusted. And adjustment costs. So the mind negotiates. It softens the signal. It reframes the discomfort. It buys time. Not out of weakness, out of care. Overthinking isn't confusion. It's compassion. It's your hope arguing with your awareness. Hope says, give them the benefit of the doubt. Awareness says, pay attention to what you felt. And you sit in between, trying to make both true at the same time. That tension you feel, that's not you being lost. That's you holding two truths at once. One that comforts you, one that informs you, and learning to navigate that space without silencing yourself. That's where clarity begins. Let me share. It was someone once, someone I trusted, someone I wanted to see the best in. The moment they walked in, the room shifted. Not visibly, not dramatically. The way the air shifts before a storm that hasn't announced itself yet. Their smile was fine, but the silence behind it wasn't. Something in the air felt heavier than the words they brought with them. My intuition whispered, something's wrong. My mind whispered back, be patient. Don't jump to conclusions. You're probably overthinking. I ignored the warning because I didn't want it to be true. But the truth eventually unfolded exactly the way my intuition predicted. And I had to face the hardest sentence, a reason art ever faces. My intuition tried to protect me. My mind tried to protect my hope. Overthinking didn't save me. It delayed me.
Here's a wound. Why you learn not to trust yourself. You weren't born doubting your intuition. You were clear, direct, responsive to what you felt without needing to explain it. And then something changed. Not all at once. Small moments, repeated, subtle corrections that reshaped your trust by people who said, stop being dramatic. You're reading too much into it. There's nothing wrong. You're imagining things. And maybe they didn't mean harm. Maybe they were uncomfortable. Maybe they couldn't see what you saw. Maybe they needed the moment to stay simple. But every time your awareness was dismissed, something inside you adjusted. Your body spoke, and your mind stepped in to edit it. Not because your intuition failed, but because someone else did. Let this settle. And over time, a pattern formed. You started checking yourself before trusting yourself. You started softening signals before honoring them. You started asking for confirmation before believing what you felt. This is the wound beneath the overthinking, not confusion, conditioning. You weren't second guessing because you were unsure. You were second guessing because you learned your truth needed permission. Permission from people who weren't even tuned to the same signal you were. And here's the quiet realization. Your awareness didn't become unreliable. Your trust in it was interrupted. And once you see that clearly, overthinking stops feeling like a flaw. It starts looking like a learned response to being unheard. You've always sensed things early. long before anyone else saw the signs. That's not sensitivity, that's clarity. That's the reason I'd worry. Fear versus intuition versus anxiety. Let's clear something up gently, because not every signal inside you was the same voice. Fear is loud. It barges in, uninvited, unfiltered. It shouts from the doorway, shakes you by the shoulders. Something's wrong, do something now, don't wait. Fear is fast. It spikes your body, tightens your chest, rushes your breath. Fear is drama, dressed as urgency. It wants movement before understanding. Anxiety is different. It doesn't crash, it lingers. A low hum, a constant loop. It replays conversations, rewrites outcomes, rehearses catastrophes that never arrive. What if? What if? What if? It's motion without direction, energy without clarity. Anxiety doesn't point, it circles. But intuition is the quiet one in the corner. It doesn't interrupt, it waits. It doesn't shout, it doesn't panic, it doesn't perform. It simply says, look again, something's off, this doesn't match. And then it gets quiet again. No pressure, no chase, just signal. Even when intuition tells you something painful, it doesn't feel chaotic. It feels still, like a truth you've been carrying long before the moment arrived. A recognition, more than a reaction. Fear shakes you, anxiety drains you, intuition steadies you. Fear pushes, anxiety loops, intuition points. And once you learn the difference, you stop grouping all your inner signals into the same category. You start listening with precision, because not everything inside you is noise. Some of it is guidance. And the quietest voice is usually the one telling the truth. You see, intuition isn't just about people. You felt it driving, changing lanes a heartbeat before danger appeared. You felt it in the store, stepping away from a conversation before the tension surfaced. You felt it entering a room, the silence telling you more than the people in it ever could. Your radar isn't picky, it reads everything. Just pray. Your intuition whispers the truth, and your mind starts holding a full staff meeting about it. Let's analyze this from all angles. Let's consider the data. Let's emotionally audit the situation. Meanwhile, your intuition already filed the report and went home. The moment the mind betrayed you. Every reason out has one moment, maybe more than one, where intuition was clear and the mind stepped in and overruled it. Think of yours, not the story, the feeling. The quiet certainty you felt before anything unfolded. Your awareness said, no. Your mind said, let's be fair. Your intuition said, something doesn't match. Your mind said, give them time. Your intuition said, leave. Your mind said, maybe tomorrow. And in that space, between what you felt and what you allowed, a decision was made. Not because you were weak, because you were human, because you were hopeful. Because part of you believed that if you just waited a little longer, understood a little deeper, explained it a little better, the signal might change. But signals don't change because we hope they will. They reveal themselves because they were already there. And when the outcome finally arrived, it didn't feel like a surprise. It felt familiar, like something you already knew but chose not to follow. That's the moment people call regret. But it's not failure. It's recognition delayed. It's awareness that was present but not trusted. And here's the part that matters moving forward. Your mind didn't betray you out of malice. It was trying to protect possibility, trying to keep the door open, trying to preserve a version of the world you wanted to be true. But your intuition was protecting reality. And reality doesn't need hope to stay consistent. So the next time the quiet voice speaks, you don't have to argue with it. You don't have to soften it. You can recognize it for what it is. Not a threat. Not negativity. Just clarity. Arriving early again. Let this truth soften inside you. Why reason not to overthink? You overthink because your intuition is too accurate for your mind to process comfortably. That's the part nobody explains. If your signals were random, you'd ignore them. If they were wrong often, you'd dismiss them. But they're not. They land too precisely, too early, too consistently. And that creates tension. Because your body registers something your environment hasn't confirmed yet. So your mind steps in to bridge the gap. Most people guess. They piece things together. After the moment unfolds, you sense. You feel the shift before it has a name. Most people react. They respond to what already happened. You receive. You pick up on what's forming before it becomes visible. Most people need evidence. They wait for behavior, for words, for something they can point to. You detect the shift before the evidence even forms. Tone, timing, inconsistency. The space between what's said and what's felt. And because there's no proof yet, your mind starts working. Trying to translate, trying to confirm, trying to make something invisible feel valid. That's what you call overthinking. But it's not confusion. It's translation. Your awareness is a gift. It just speaks a language the world never taught you to trust. So you learn to double check it. So you learn to question it. So you learn to explain it before honoring it. Not because it was wrong, because it was early. And the early signals in a late reacting world will always feel uncomfortable until you realize you're not thinking too much. You're sensing too soon for a system that only believes what it can already see. You're not wrong for ignoring your intuition in the past. You weren't taught how to listen to it. You weren't taught how to trust it. You weren't taught how to recognize its voice inside you. You did what you could with the understanding you had. Now you understand more. Now you hear more. Forgive yourself. You were surviving with untrained radar. Listen, if you spent your life sensing storms before the rain, reading silence fluently, recognizing danger before the noise, seeing truth behind the smile, apologizing for your clarity, here's what you must know. You were never dramatic. You were never paranoid. You were never too sensitive. You were never wrong. You were early. That's the signature of a reasoner. Truth sensed early, thought catching up, overthinking, living in the space between awareness and acceptance. Realization. Let this settle deep. Your intuition never lied to you, your mind did. Not out of malice, but out of fear. Your first feeling was the truth. Your overthinking was the negotiation. You've always been the raider. The world has taught you to doubt your signal. Now, you're learning to trust the sky again. Thanks for spending this moment with me, Reasonance. tuned to the tremors before the ground shifts. Next time, we'll go deeper into that early warning system. Why you sense danger before it arrives, and what your nervous system is actually protecting you from. Every day is awesome. We just have to get through it. I'll see you in episode 10, dedicated to those who heard the whisper of truth and stayed anyway, hoping it would change.